Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be talking about what could Sonic Ranger's overworld look like, or how it can work. So yeah, let's begin. Now Sonic Rangers, from rumors, is apparently an open world game with boosting levels, but I'll save the boosting levels for another video. But yeah, so I'm going to be talking about how could the overworld work in this game. Well, I got some ideas. Imagine the overworld being like your startup of the game. You start off in an overworld and you have to navigate around. You don't really have much stuff on you, like much abilities or any items. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine, you just start off and you have to explore around to find stuff. This game even says it sort of has, like, I think, some Demon Slayer elements. So, imagine, like, if Sonic fights an enemy in, like, a sort of beat-em-up style from the rumors in the overworld. He could, like, use, like, healing items. Like, I have some really crazy ideas. Like, for example, imagine if Sonic can eat a chili dog in the overworld and, like, heal from that. Or he can, like, drink, like, a certain potion that will, like, help him. Like, stuff like that could, like, advance the game as, like, Sonic's little items, like, around the whole overworld alone. And, well, yeah, like, I want to just bring that up. Well, like, how Sonic navigates the overworld and other stuff. Now this might be this might be an interesting one. Customization. Imagine if you're just roaming around the overworld and you find some shops you can like buy stuff with. Now, I had a crazy idea where maybe you can collect coins in like the levels in overworld, but yeah, like stuff like that where you can like if you explore around the overworld as the multiple playable characters rumored, I think, you can like run around and like collect certain coins and stuff. And I think I'll call them like the Digi coins. You could use like or the Digi rings. You can like buy cosmetics and costumes in the overworld with different shops. Like for example, like if you want to buy like the silk shoes from Sonic Adventure, you need to get like you can explore around and get some like Digi rings in the levels, but something like levels or overworld. But yeah, like I think it could be like a sort of like you could explore around and you can find certain things like Sonic like can even like in like if you play Colors Ultimate in that game Sonic like, if you go like around in the levels you can get park tokens. So I want this game to sort of have the equivalence of that where it sort of does I guess Digi coins or like Digi rings you can like get and go to a shop and like buy different things like different boost auras for the characters, different shoes, gloves, and even other stuff. Even music could be maybe be a thing. Even they could bring back the player icons from Colors Ultimate. Like that they could bring this stuff back. Cause I guess it could make sense to bring back some customization in some way. Like like you can have the characters have so much stuff. You can give maybe like Tails his mech, and you can like go around the overworld shooting enemies around. Like crazy stuff like that. Like it could be like very crazy how they handle that. Now my other idea is, well, NPCs gotta be in this game. Like if we're gonna be exploring an overworld, of course we're gonna have NPCs. If you played Breath of the Wild, you would run into like NPCs in the game. So just imagine like, like NPCs you get to like talk to. Apparently in the rumors you're with this ghost girl. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there's like ghost creatures you can talk to and like you can do missions for them, I guess, like sort of fetch quest in a way. Because Breath of the Wild, I guess, sort of does this, or Mario Odyssey. And yeah, like just imagine it, like you could talk to these guys, and if you do this certain thing, like example, you're talking to maybe a human or like a ghost NPC or any random creature. They tell you if you do this certain thing for them, you're gonna get some like digi coins or rings or like a new customization costume or a new ability. Like that could be interesting and how that's handled in the overworld. And back to the overworld, I don't know what themes the overworld could go for. Like the game could start off in the forest, you explore around, and then boom, you end up in the actual overworld. And I think I have some ideas for the overworld alone. Imagine over time the overworld changes, and it like starts to get a little digital, and like you can like explore around it, or I don't know, after you defeat a boss, you unlock another open area. Like, for example, in the least, they say they fight this tree monster, and, well, you have to fight him so you can access the next area. Imagine if, like, in the game, bosses, like, you have bosses in the overworld, and you can, like, you have to fight against them, and, like, so you can, like, fight against them so you can get to the next area. And I have ideas for areas. Imagine, like, a city you go to with humans, or a digi area, where it's basically just sort of a bunch of monster creatures, or maybe people are trying to escape, but these monsters are tormenting them, so I guess Sonic has to do something about it. Because I think this game's theme is going to be a digital theme. Even if the trailer feels vague, I definitely think it's going to go for that theme indefinitely. It's also funny that in the least it said that there's temples, so I don't know, like, maybe you go to a temple and you find a symbol, but yeah. Like, I think they're going to go in a direction like that where you're able to explore around the overworld and find certain items, talk to NPCs, and other stuff. Like, this could be really interesting in how it's handled. Like, you could fight different array of enemies. And speaking of enemies, I think in this game you can fight, like, I brought up, like, digital monsters could be a thing in this game. Imagine Eggman to robots, but they're, like, digital now, and, like, more strong, and they look different. Like, I thought Forces as robots were okay, but, like, you can have, like, a giant array of them. Like, it could be crazy in how it goes, like, and you can, like, fight so many enemies. I'd love to see how I do that. Like, really. Like, you could fight, like, I don't know. I think in, like, the rumors, they said that you'll fight rock creatures. And, like, I could think of more bosses, even, like, maybe, like, a rock robot where that throws rocks at Sonic. And you can use the other characters to, like, fight against these creatures. Like, the overworld could have so much to it that it could be good. I don't know how big they'll go. Maybe they could do Mario Odyssey style, or, I don't know, maybe the new Kirby game, I don't know. As for that, those are my wishes and ideas that I hope end up in the game, and yeah, check out my other videos, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.